Hello, it's Melinda from Alexis and Melinda's Art Space. I forgot which channel I was recording for. Doing a lot of voiceovers in a row. Don't know what day of the week it is half the time. Welcome to my video. Apologise for the lack of videos lately. Life has been very busy, and decided last night to take some me time out of my life and just sit there and play just for me, not for my business, not for paperwork or anything I had to do. I just sat there and played. So I didn't know what I wanted to do, so there's a challenge on at the moment that I thought I'll do for the month. It's 7 pages over a month, which I hopefully can handle. It's called Follow the Rainbow Challenge. So we've given some prompts. So this prompt I'm following is red and passion/love. So I raided my scrap paper box and picked out some papers that are quite a bit old. Some of these are the first Kaisercraft papers ever come out, like 18 years ago. That's a little embarrassing to say. So I'm using those pattern papers and a few newer pattern papers as well. Just basically grabbed out anything that was red, and then we're allowed to add black and white. It says a little, but I was a bit liberal with the little, but that's okay. So I grabbed out anything that was black and white. So this challenge is hosted by Michelle's Creative Warriors, which is a Facebook group I will link below. And these images of the face are from Michelle Grant's digital downloads that you can buy. So if you want to have a rainbow challenge, it's a great group to join, and they do challenges and different things all the time, and Michelle's Grant digital face packs are really cool to buy. So these ones, I think some of the original ones I bought ages ago. So this challenge is all about getting your stuff out and using up bits and pieces that are hanging around. So I thought the 18-year-old paper classed in that category. These papers were from my shop. I remember them when I had a retail shop ages and ages ago. Can't believe that's 17, 18 years ago. Wow. Yes, so I decided, I didn't really know what I wanted to do, so I cut a whole lot of rectangles and squares and decided I'm going to put red, black and white pattern paper all over the background of my page in like a patchworky sort of randomness. Didn't measure any of the pages, just chopped them up and then made them fit. In the usual Melinda practice, no measuring, no thinking, just, I don't know, this page is very squarey oblongy. Now comes the garbage truck down the street. I don't know. So just gluing those on with my Couture Creations art glue, all-purpose art glue. What's it called? The label's nearly gone. All-purpose art glue. So just a good heavy glue, because some of these papers were almost cardstock weight, and some of them were thinner as well. So just giving them a good stick down with glue. Apologise for the garbage truck, will be gone in a minute. I love that mushroom paper. I think that come from a reject shop collection. So I grabbed that and then went through my paper stash. So I thought for this entire challenge, it's 7 challenges, and there's each one of the rainbow. I might go through my scrap box and grab out papers that are in those colours and use up some of my old scrap papers, which will be good. And I used up about half a roll of washi tape in this one too. You'll see that in a minute. So just gluing all those on in the background, just to cover the entire journal page. I didn't prep this journal page at all, didn't put gesso down or anything like that, because I knew I was sticking the pattern paper straight on top, so I didn't have to do that. So I'm working in a book that's approximately A4 size, so 2 A4 size sheets of paper together, so it's quite a large art journal. I prefer sometimes this size art journal. I work in all size art journals, but I'm sort of a bit more comfortable in this size. So I ended up having to refill my glue halfway through this because my glue was getting quite down in its bottle, and I had a big refill bottle that I bit the bullet, stopped struggling with the glue and chucked some more glue in my bottle. Should have done it ages ago, because when it gets down to about the last third of the glue with any glue bottle, it's a pain in the bottom to get out. I love this glue because it's got the fine tip on it. So then I decided that it needs some cohesion, so playing around with my focal images. So these are the same image that I've printed in 3 different sizes. So when you buy these digital art packs, you can obviously print them as many times as you like, and they come in all different sizes. So they come in, the face comes in, like the A4 size comes in half size, which is A5 size, and you can print it smaller as well, and you can resize them if you're clever like that in the computer. So just playing around with where I want the faces. Why I chose this face, I have no idea. Sort of looked a bit like passion. Oh, I should go back and colour the lips in red, shouldn't I? No, that's right, I finished the page now. Looking at the page while I'm doing this. So, why did I cut the mouth from the nose on the big one? I don't know. Felt good at the time. Why do I do anything? Sounds like a brilliant idea in my brain, and then sometimes it doesn't come out. So then I found these also in my scrap paper box with the hearts, and they were red. And the cameras were red. Just ignore the little pink hearts inside the cameras. We're not going to talk about the pink hearts. So then I decided the page needed something to bring it all together, so I grabbed my Dina Wakley gloss spray in Ruby, which is red, and I thought this is a great way to use up my gloss sprays as well. Love the sprays, don't like the spray action of the sprays, and some of mine are getting down, so I thought good idea to use them up. And the gloss sprays are translucent, so that it's like putting a glaze over the top, so made my page red, which was the brief. It had to be red. If I put a second coat on top, it would have made it a bit more glossy, but the first coat, because it's going on raw paper with the gloss sprays, just goes on like a matte finish. It's a fun product to play with gloss sprays. So again, playing around with the layout. I don't know how many times I put these faces back on and fiddle around with them and fiddle around with the hearts and the cameras. Playing around. So when I'm happy with the layout, I decided to glue. Again, I grabbed some really old stickers. These I had in my shop. Yeah, 16, 17 years ago. Sorry about that. There was a postman knocking at my door. Seriously, can I not get 15 minutes of non-interrupted quietness? Seriously, the only 15 minutes I pick for the day to do this, the garbage truck comes and the postman comes. Boring parcel. So back to these stickers. So these stickers I had when I had my shop many, many moons ago. Can't believe I've been out of my shop that long. Wow, where's the last even 10 years gone? It's crazy. So spelling, these are clear stickers. So they're black stickers on a clear background, which I prefer because you almost don't see the clear background when you use the stickers. And the sheets are getting very empty, so I have to get a bit creative in a minute with one of my letters. I managed to have every letter I wanted, and I don't care that's uppercase and lowercase. I was only missing an S, so in true Melinda fashion, that didn't stop me from using the stickers. I grabbed an 8 and did some surgery. So if you don't mind a wonky letter or two, you can take a number 8 and chop a little bit out of the top right and a little bit out of the bottom left, and it becomes an S. Those sticker sheets, once they get down to no more stickers, I'll just use them as randomness in the back of an art journal page. So usually nothing goes to waste. So just cutting those up. So my title is Follow Your Passion. I should have some more of these stickers somewhere. It's just this packet was found the other day when I was sorting through stuff. So God knows where the other packets are. Probably in the boxes in the shed I haven't opened for a few years. Yes, well, let's not talk about that. Okay, so positioning things around. I liked that the title was 3 words and I had sort of 3 focal images. So one of the words could go over each of the focal images even though they're the same. So here I have a fantastic idea. I was wondering how I was going to clean up the divisions between the papers. Like, it just looked like the paper was stuck on, which it was. So I had this brilliant idea. Firstly, I was going to get a stencil and do some like fake stitching and faux stitching over the top, but I couldn't find the stencil I wanted. Then I found my washi tape drawer, which again, I have a stash of, not as old. So I grabbed 2 rolls, and unfortunately one of the rolls has lost its stickiness, so when you pulled it off it just didn't work. So I ended up just going with the one roll which had little white sort of, I suppose, snowflakes on it in a small washi tape. I used to sell washi tape with my business not that many years ago, but probably when I was doing shows 5-6 years ago, pre 2019, I'll put it that way. And every time we got a shipment in, my daughter would go, Mum, we don't have this design. Yes, darling, we need one for our stash. So we have a considerable stash of washi tape I'm trying to also use up this year because of the fact that I found 2 rolls that had lost their stick and basically had to be thrown out, which is a bit sad. So I always use extra glue with washi tape because this is going over pattern paper and going over like multiple layers of pattern paper, and there's also gloss medium on there, gloss gel paint, gloss gel spray, that's what I'm looking for. I always put extra glue under my washi tape. So washi tape is a low tack adhesive, so it's great paper to paper. with nothing else on it. But when you're using it in mixed media, always add a little bit of extra glue. And that's why I love the fine tip on that glue bottle. So I do a couple of bits and then I don't. Actually, I'm doing the border now, aren't I? Sorry, super small screen that I'm looking at to voiceover. So I did all the edges like a quilt between the papers just a little bit before, and this I'm going around the edge. Sorry guys. When you do a voiceover video, they give you a super small screen of the actual video you're voicing over, which is really sometimes hard to see detail. So putting my focal images back, I know I keep sort of putting them back, taking them away. Sometimes I'll take a photo. Then I decided that the edges needed some edging, so I grabbed my archival ink in Crackling Campfire, which is a reddy orange. You end up losing most of the colour when I do something else in a minute, but hey, it was the thought that counts. Lovely like that. So the edges just needed a little bit of the whiteness taken off them. But yeah, I'll do something in a minute and that ink totally disappears. But hey, that's cool. So again, fiddling around. Don't know how many times I move those cameras around. But I'm really pleased with how it's very different to what I usually do. Lately I'm just pulling out really different works, and then I decide to start grouping all these focal images together so they're moving as one piece, not like 10 pieces on the page. And then I go, oh hell, let me just stick them down. So I'm also trying to procrastinate less. So if I stick it down and like it in the first place, I'm not going to try it in 20 other places and then move it back to the original place, and then my glue decides to explode a bit, so we clean up that. And then move it back to the original place and stick it down. So if I like it, it gets stuck. That's my new motto, stick and plonk. So these images I printed out on my home laser printer, and I printed them on 160 GSM paper, which is a bit thicker than photocopy paper, but not as thick as cardstock. So they can take a bit of mixed media over the top of them, but you do need just a good heavy glue or a good glue to glue them down. If you purchase any of Michelle Grant's digital images and you don't have a printer at home, you can always take them on a disc. They come in a JPEG file, I think. You can take them on a disc or a USB disc. God, how old am I? Take them onto a USB stick and take them into Officeworks or a copy shop or a print shop, and you can print as many pictures as you like. And she has like a boatload of designs to choose from. I think this is from her 4th pack many years ago. Yeah, theme of the art journal page. How old a supply can I stick on it? Oh, I don't know. Then that top, so still, am I still sticking stuff on? Still sticking stuff on. Lots of sticky. Went through lots of glue on this page. After I finish this page, I'm thinking, is this an art journal page or more of a scrapbook page? It seems a bit more of a scrappy page than an art journal page, because I only used like the one wet mixed media on it. I did use some ink that disappears in a minute. Hey, I had fun. So I decided that top right hand corner needed something. So I looked through my black and white embellishments, didn't find anything. Then I found a Christmas pack of Project Lifestyle cards from the Reject Shop. Again, quite a few years old. And what's it say? Believe in the magic. Hey, it was red and it was white and it had a word on it and it fit. It got stuck on. That was... Well, I sort of was umming and ahhing for a bit and I go, hey, I'll just stick it on. It works. So believe in the magic, follow your passion. Sort of works. Used up some stuff. Main thing is for me is art journaling is I sit down, take time out of my day and play. And if I make a mess at the end, I don't care. I've had fun. You're going to see lots of my grey hairs now. I do apologise. For anyone that's new to my channel, I do have low vision. I wear glasses, but they don't help much. So when I'm doing detailed work, I do need my nose quite close to the page so I can get my pen work. So basically I'm taking a Posca paint pen, which is a 5M, which is a quite thick one, which is 1.8 to 2.5 millimeter. And I decided to go around the square images and the hearts on the page. I do a lot of outlining on, and I do the titles as well. I do a lot of outlining on my pages because if you outline a shape that you've stuck in your page, it doesn't look like it's been stuck there anymore. It looks like it's grounded. Does that make sense? Clear as mud, right? Usually I don't do as black a line as this. Usually it's only a really fine line. But I decided this page just needed some more boldness. So I'm quite happy how this page came out, actually. So I go around all the focal images, I go around the hearts. I didn't go around the cameras because I wanted the heart and the camera to sort of be one embellishment. And then I decided to go around the inside of the border of the washi tape just to border the page, and it just needed a bit more balance with the black. So a little bit of black turned into quite a bit of black on the page. Whoopsies. I don't know, how much is a little? So some close-up images here. It photographs a bit darker than it is, but it looks really cool in real life. And hey, it's a page in my journal that is now done. And I had fun. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll leave a link to this group below. Bye for now.